1.
Hello, uh, this is Goutam here. As per our assignment, we have to create a conversational chatbot, which will give you the list of restaurants in tier 1 or tier 2 city uh, automatically. So this is our assignment. So to start with this, first of all, we have to create the data, that is data.json file. So you can see here that we have created a data.json file, which is which is having the NLU data, which is having the various entity, and also entity like location and all the data. Okay, so once you create the data manually, then I also at the same time you can create the data using uh, using the Rasa NLU trainer. So I'm running the NLU trainer. How it looks like, I can show you. So this is what it looks like. The data which I have entered, like this. These are the intents of this the text which you have entered, and the various entities which you define. So let's say entities like when we do the restaurant search, so we might have the various entities like this. Okay, so let me show you some of the entities like location. Okay, so uh, this is what you have to this is the way you have to create the data. So once you are done with the creation of data, then you have to create the config spacey.json file, which is basically talks about your configuration, where your data resides, what is the path of your NLU data, and then what is that kind of model we are using it. In this case, is spacey Skylar. Then once you have done with the creating the JSON file, then create an NLU model file, okay, which will basically create the model or extract a model from the database, and it will keep it in a NLU inside the NLU folder. And once you are done with the creation of NLU model, then you create the domain file, which is basically the domain file is nothing but the way the bot will respond for your various events. So let's say first thing is the slots. Slots is where it talks about what all things the bot should respond, like location, cuisine, budget, email, etc. And the entities are nothing but the what the main thing, like location, cuisine, budget, and the email. And next one is the entities, intents is how the bot should respond, like greet, affirm, deny, goodbye, thank you, out of scope, those things. Then there are various templates which you need to create, like auto create, and those are the fixed messages which bot respond once he receives this kind of information. And then comes to your action. Action talks about when how the way bot should respond when someone did some kind of event. So this is what it talks about the rest on the domain file. Next one is your action file. So action file is basically constitutes all your actions which you have defined it here. Like custom actions are basically you have to create, and like validation of location validation. We have cushing validation, and we have budget validation. We have restaurant validation, and finally we have email validation. Okay, so this file, what it will do, it will connect to the Zomato API. It will connect to the Zomato API and give back the result out of it, and or it will directly online connect to the Zomato API and give the results when the action gets fired. Next, we'll train the data by writing this code, and it is in command prompt. We have to type, and then the bot will get trained based on the model which you have created and the data which you have provided. And once it is done, then your bot is ready, and then you can train the data online. So by training the data online, it means that how your stories is going to be. So it will automatically create the stories, and those stories can be copied inside the stories.md file, and by using that we can show the stories, and the bot will keep on experiencing the I mean, keep on answer those questions when automatically based on the stories defined. Next one is dialogue management. Dialogue management model is basically nothing but interacting with the bot locally through command line, and then this file helps in interacting with the command line. So I'm showing you this is the way you basically train the data. You will keep on entering the data train online. So this is the way the bot basically understand what steps needs to be performed and gets trained online. Let me show you how bot respond when you type the command line. You say hi, and you say how may I help you, and then you give the information what exactly you're looking for, like Mexican Kolkata food. So then you bot offers what is the range, and then it gives you the list of available restaurants in Kolkata. Then it can send the email and ask, and then finally say goodbye. Now in the next section, we will walk you through with the Slack integration. So if you can see that, okay, so first thing is that basically start the endpoint and then connect the ngDoc. Both are running. You can see here. I have connected, and then ngDoc is running to get that dynamic URL. Then I have configured all the section of the Slacks which is required, like event subscription, by which the generated URL, and following up the settings which needs to be you have to do in the interactive component section here, and message menus. Once that is done, then your Slack is basically ready and ready to interact with your chatbot. So you can see here, I have just now done it on behalf of you. That I have entered that interaction, that how the bot will answer. That is when I say yes, I. He said that how may I help you? I'm said looking for a restaurant, and and I have chosen that less than 300. So it is showing the top 5 rated restaurant. Then I say okay, this is fine, and then I said that okay, send me the restaurant list in my email. It said yes, and then say bye bye. So if I look into my email, you can see the list of restaurants which is coming from bot. That's all from my side. Thank you.